This is King Carews from the Black History Buff podcast, and today I want to talk to you about sundown towns. But before I get into it, please hit subscribe, like, and leave a comment, as these really help people to find the show. A sundown or sunset town was a city, town, or neighborhood in the US that excluded non-whites after dark. The term sundown came from the signs that were posted at the town's borders stating, "Negro, don't let the sun set on you here," a stark warning that let blacks know we had to leave by sundown. The sundowns were official town policy and were enforced by local police and civilians through intimidation, harassment, and violence. The phenomenon of sundown towns was the driving force behind civil rights activist Victor Greene's decision to write the Negro motorist Green Book, which detailed safe places for black travelers to rest and eat without fear of harassment, threats, or death. Contrary to popular belief, sundown towns were a northern and not a southern phenomenon. And with the arrival of the 1968 Fair Housing Act, the practice became illegal on paper. According to sociologist and author James W. Lowen, a sundown town is not just a place where something racist happened, it's an entire community or even county that for decades was all white on purpose. It's important to know that some sundown towns kept out Chinese Americans, Jews, Mexican Americans, Native Americans, and even Mormons, so there were no passes for them either. If you want to get an idea about what black travelers might have experienced when making their way through sundown towns, watch the first episode of HBO's Lovecraft Country. In the show, 3 black travelers making their way across 1950s America stop to get something to eat at a nearby town. Absolute horror unfolds as the 3 realize they're in a sundown town and end up in a race against time with a racist sheriff. For me, sundown towns are confirmation of what I already knew, which is that some places solve the issue of having to deal with race by just creating a hostile environment. As a black man navigating this world, I have to be acutely aware of my environment at all times, lest I unwittingly stray into a no-go area, which I must add, still do exist. So the next time you hear, "We don't have a race issue here," trotted out by some local or official or even a line manager, remember sundown towns and inquire a little bit further. It could just be that they ran out all the blacks and people of colour and made sure none ever wanted to stay. Have you ever been somewhere that just felt sundownish? Ever feel your racial spidey sense go off and need to leave somewhere fast? Or have you seen somebody racially intimidated out of an area? Please let us know in the comment section below. This has been King Carews of the Black History Buff podcast. I hope you enjoyed the show.